Be a nerdy knight of the round, sworn defenders of all who oppress the nerd. Now, onto the round table. Listen to what they say, for their words will guide you.
It's another nerdy night as my round table joins me, Ben, the ridiculous Riddick, in our coverage of E3 Day 1, Part 1, EA.
Yeah. Twitch actually has it as day -1.
Day -1.
Day -1?
Yeah, it's actually day -1.
Technically.
Okay. So maybe this is day 0. Let's call this day 0. I don't like negatives.
Well, tomorrow's day 0 because the way E3 works.
Okay, you know what? Here's the important part of all of this. I would like to point out that we are all actually now sitting at a round table.
Fuck yeah.
I'm really actually excited about that. Because, I mean, come on, what is better than the nerdy nights of the round being at a round table?
Very
Nothing. Nothing is better than that, guys.
Me and Sam will run our hands around it, and Ben will mime running his hands around it. Around the outer edge. Yeah.
Ah, crap, I can't type in the chat.
All right, guys, so just so you guys know, joining me at my round table, of course, is Sam, DJ Fluffkins Chen, right over there.
Whoa.
Right there.
Hey, guys. I'm moving Ben around for fun.
We have power.
You're a jackass. And, of course, I've got Mike, the guy who really runs this show.
But not tonight. Not completely. We have some help tonight. It's nice.
I feel like Mike's nickname needs to be Da Blank DeMarco, right?
Da Blank
DeMarco. Like we got to come up with a word to fill in there, but like that should be it. He always needs to be Mike the something DeMarco.
But it changes every week.
I agree. I just haven't been able to figure out what that is.
Do we need to spend more time prepping the shows than we already tried to spend and don't?
Oh yeah, we just got you something ridiculous.
Yeah,
like ridiculous.
Well, I mean, come on. I'm on the show, so. Anyways, guys, the EA conference was Oh, you know what? Real quick, before we jump into this, I just want to have a brief moment where I say that our hearts go out to those affected in Orlando. All three of us at the round table have at one point in time spent a large majority of our lives in the Orlando area.
We've called Orlando home at some point.
Yes.
I still do.
And, you know, we all have friends out there who are hurting, and I just want everyone to know that we're hanging in there for you. I swear.
We're watching video games for you.
Yeah.
Yes, we're watching video games for you to help
light.
boost your esteem. Anyway, so EA had their press conference today. They talked about a lot of crap. Including a bunch of stuff that isn't ready yet in EA fashion. They're just like, hey, let me show you some stuff that
Star Wars theme music play.
Yeah. Spend 20 minutes on Star Wars games that we can't actually talk about.
I am still super stoked about everything that's coming out Star Wars related.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course you are.
I had completely forgotten that Respawn was working on a Star Wars game, and the fact that it looks all lightsaber battle-y just makes me incredibly excited.
It's a little odd. I mean,
and everyone welcome the F right into the the chat right on stream.
Yo, what's up?
I think it's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, what? In my recollection, Respawn is the original Infinity Ward, correct? That split off, and they made Respawn. Isn't that right?
Yes, I think Respawn did split from Infinity Ward. But they're the ones that made Titanfall.
Okay. Well, I mean, Titanfall's still first person, right? So basically what I'm getting at is I never thought about them making a third-person action-adventure game.
Fair enough.
So I'm curious to see more about it, which obviously we didn't get today. We just kind of got that they were doing
details.
We saw some mocap, and that was about it.
Yeah. But, you know, I like the guys over at Respawn, and I especially like Stig as Asmussen.
Yeah.
I like him. And I thought Titanfall was great. I thought it lacked a story. Which, speaking of Titanfall 2, that's coming and is going to have a campaign.
The story actually looks kind of. It could be compelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's actually something I brought up to Sam when we were watching that I'm kind of worried about. That I was like, as soon as they started showing that story, I was like, this has a lot of potential. I didn't know that Titans were like had AI, like they were actually characters.
Exactly.
So I'm like, this game could be like The Last of Us if they wanted it to be, but I almost don't feel like that's what they're gonna do. So I'm gonna be disappointed. But we'll see.
So they very, very like passingly went over the fact that they're AI in Titanfall 1.
Okay.
With their minimal story that you kind of had to find.
Right.
But I think they can do it right. Like I said, I have a lot of faith in Respawn.
Yeah.
I feel like they're definitely listening to what the fans want.
I think EA overall is listening.
Campaign.
EA overall is trying to.
And what they wanted was a story mode for FIFA 17.
Yep.
Legacy.
We're just gonna add story mode to everything.
Why not?
Star Wars, Titanfall, and FIFA.
Which is great because I was really hoping, Sam, that I would be able to really get to play through all of the controversy and issues that FIFA has. So this is gonna be the way to live out my dream.
No, I think the most amusing part about FIFA, like I have had roommates who played FIFA. I've tried playing FIFA, and like I realized that's not an easy game to play. Like you actually do need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the interesting, like the worst part of that conference was having the Manchester United manager come on and be like,
Jose,
hey, like you did include me in the game. Like he's like, no, we did. We're in the game.
But all my friends aren't in there.
Yeah, he's like, and all my friends are not.
I'm gonna give my son a code.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, like they did not rehearse this. They're like, hey, we're in London. Are you free? You want to come over here?
It was just as bad with the Battlefield 1 thing with Jamie Foxx and Zac Efron. They were up like on a balcony, and the two of them didn't look like they even knew what was going on, and they were about to go sit down and play Battlefield, I guess. Maybe.
That conference was
it was
so fun.
It was very EA, which is the same every year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious to what you guys found to be the most compelling thing that came out of the EA conference, and you know what? I'm gonna start with Sam.
So I'm gonna say this, and I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it's basically their like their philanthropy kind of arm, their charitable arm. They want to donate like $1 million to these 5 different charities, and they're going to help support them by putting in-game quests essentially into some of their games to try to support these causes. I think that's really nifty. That's
cool.
I could really see like people engaging in video games in that way if people wanted to do it. Like it'd be really interesting to have like, you know, developers put like a trophy in the game where like if this many people got this trophy, they would like donate money to something. Like I don't know. I think it's a nifty thing to do.
Yeah.
But more importantly, because most of their campaigns are about equality, some sort of like, you know, gender, whatever. And I think for an industry that has problems in that front, both on the development side and on the consumer side, I like the fact that they're acknowledging that. Because I think putting it in your face in a very subtle way over time probably will help move the needle more in the long term than trying to keep blowing stuff up. So that was my favorite part about the EA conference.
You know what's funny is in all of my trying to keep up with the EA conference, because like I said, I was at work all day, so most of what I did for the EA conference was rewatching some videos here and there. But all of the news coverage that I've looked at, Sam, have not talked about that at all. So you explaining it just now is the first that I've really heard of it.
Yeah.
We're breaking news, people. News that happened 6 hours ago or however long.
And if it didn't, now they have to
do ridiculous.
It. So it's out there.
That is a pretty big deal. I mean, people people hate on EA a lot, but the fact that they're trying to extend this charitable arm, I think, is just a really good
nice.
idea
Yeah.
in general.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I mean,
how about you, Mike?
Yeah. I guess I have to, like, not a lot interests me. Like, Star Wars is obviously an interest, but they didn't talk about much. So, I mean, I have to go with either Titanfall or Mass Effect. And then also on Mass Effect, they didn't talk about much. They showed very little of the game. So, I guess it's got to go
I will say
Titanfall.
with Star Wars, the minimal stuff that they showed of oh my gosh, what's
Old Republic?
what?
Old Republic, or that was most of the gameplay they showed was Old Republic and Galaxy of Heroes.
No, the stuff that they, god damn it, the stuff that they showed of Amy Hennig's project.
Right, like some concept art and like that early footage, early game
Yeah,
footage.
I just got excited that it's new
real.
story, and it looks like obviously it's taking place at the very least between A New Hope, or not A New Hope, Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens.
Yeah,
I just like that it's taking place in that timeline.
yeah. It's a space that we definitely know nothing about right now very much. It's all in books mostly, and not even that much there.
And it's getting me really excited about the fact that Star Wars' expanded universe is actually getting quite a shot.
Yeah.
And
They're building
I'm
it fast.
really looking forward to seeing where the game takes the universe.
They're getting VR.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, aside from the stuff that's obviously cool but very down the road, I guess Titanfall is really the only thing I have to fall back on because it is a real game and it's not even that far away, and I'll be able to play it on PS4 this time, which is great.
Yeah.
And I am hoping that game lives up to the
hype,
the expectations I give it based on what it could be, not necessarily what it deserves to have. But
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah.
I think that's a fair way to put it. Ben, how about you?
I honestly, the thing I'm most excited about is Mass Effect.
Madden 17, you say?
What?
Madden 17.
You said Madden 17. You win the prize. No.
Oh no.
All right,
Yeah,
Mass
Mass
Effect.
Effect.
Go for it.
No, I mean Mass Effect is just by and large probably my favorite video game franchise of all time right now. And I'm so excited to see the new stuff that they're going to be bringing to it. And I want to play more Mass Effect. After I watched the very brief stuff that they showed about it this time, I really wanted to just go out, get a new PS3 and replay Mass Effects 1 through 3 all over again. Even though I've played all three of them probably about 5 to 10 times.
If you get another hard drive tray, you could chip you another PS3 right now to play. Mike.
The one I bought's in the mail. We just haven't gone and got it yet.
Yeah, no, I've never, hand to God, never played Mass Effect. Just like I've never played Uncharted.
I've played 1, beat 2, and haven't played 3.
So I'll be interested to see it. I'll be interested
I
to
loved
play it.
like 3. I know got a lot of hate from a lot of people, but I still loved 3.
I don't.
And I would
I think
actually be willing to say that 3 was my favorite. And I just had such a good time playing those games.
So when do we think we're going to see this game?
In the chat is saying that he is most interested in the Battlefront Death Star DLC that they showed off there.
But
I don't know what MS2. Oh, I don't know what MS2 is.
What type of?
MS2.
Maybe it was supposed to be an E, and it's Mass Effect 2.
ME2.
Which?
So when do we think we're going to see Andromeda? Because at the rate they're going, we're going to get a story trailer next year, and then maybe some gameplay in 2018.
So Mike's E3 prediction.
I think it's a 2018 release.
You think 2018, like fall 2018?
Yeah.
That's still a long way to have talked about this game already.
In all honesty, I don't care how long they take to...
I don't care how long a game takes to make and come out, but I have problems with how early they start talking about games, and that's a big problem right now. The past couple of years have been really bad.
Yeah. We did an entire episode of that.
I was about to say, I feel like we had an entire topic about how early things are released.
And it won't be the last time.
Yeah, we can revisit this topic after E3 when it proves us all correct again.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think the last thing that I was really kind of interested in, and I don't know what you guys thought about this, but was kind of the esports side that EA was focusing on. Because right now, when I hear esports, I do not think Madden, I do not think FIFA, I do not think anything other than like essentially MOBAs
and then fighting games are somewhere down
fighting games and maybe like some major league
Counter-Strike,
but they want to throw like $1 million into a Madden pool or whatever that they're going to do this year. I mean, you think this is going to move the needle? You think sports as esports is a thing?
I mean, it's interesting because the Madden Challenge is not something new either. They've been doing that for a very long time. But throwing more money at it, getting it on ESPN3, and then I guess the finals are going to be on ESPN2. On 2. A big leg up. Maybe we'll see something come from it, but I don't know. I still don't know if the casual audience wants to see video games on TV. Like, have you heard the news stories about like the reception at like going to like a bar, like a sports bar, and like watching esports shows? Like the waiters and the waitresses and the other customers there just like turning their nose up at it.
Yeah,
it's really crazy.
I mean, I think it's a hard thing because I don't think I could appreciate even League of Legends until I went and I saw it.
Yeah.
And I talked to my friends and they were like,
there's a learning curve.
I can't do that. Like, I don't, people are retiring at like 22 because they can't keep up afterwards. And you just don't think of esports as something that's actually taxing and age, and like that you have to put a lot of resource into. And it's even worse when it's Madden because there is an actual sport version of that. So, I mean, I wish there was a way to like help people understand it is not that easy.
Yeah.
Your kid in the basement is not that guy. Sorry.
It's like VR. You can't just show somebody like online or on a video.
Yeah.
Like they have to play it and experience it.
Yeah, that's gonna happen
eventually.
Well,
I mean, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like video game sports as an esport is ever going to take off the same way that MOBAs and Counter-Strike and what I imagine Overwatch is going to be.
True sports as video games, I think, are tough because there is the reality of it to compare it to.
Yeah.
At least MOBA stuff, there's no real MOBA like game, so it's like.
Oh my God! What if they made a real life MOBA?
That would be awesome.
Paintball.
Paintball.
You know what? True. That would be interesting. I would be really curious to see if you could create like a paintball style,
like a rule set.
That's what we should. That's what we should do for Extra Life one year. Is we should just recreate a MOBA with paintball and just get a big group of people to do like an 8 versus 8.
You have to get really deep into it though and make like a God, what's it called? LARPing, like a LARP rule set to use to where there are skills, because that's the part of MOBAs that everyone's got different nodes and skills, so you have to build all that into the game.
Like someone can come in with like a sponge and soap and clean off paint, and that'll be the healer.
I feel like the end of like a video coverage of this is just like two people arguing which power was better than the other one. Like, like we threw our guns down. No, my power took yours. No.
GG.
I got dibs on being diva.
GG. Oh, McCree until they nerf him. Sorry.
All right, so EA.
EA. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. So the last thing I think was that.
I think the really only thing we didn't talk about aside from sports stuff because we don't care is the originals. Yeah. EA's trying to get into the indie stuff.
To mention the original looks.
It looks interesting. It reminded me a lot of Journey, and Sam hadn't played Journey, so I tried to explain to him very slightly. But
he was like, "It's that game."
Fee.
Just watch what's happening.
Fee looked. It reminded me a lot of like a more fleshed out full game experience of Journey.
That reminds
At least
me
from
of
what they
Ori,
showed.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that
I see
that's
the
what-
look of Ori in there, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But as far as like how they explain the world and like how the gameplay works, it sounds a lot like Journey.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we'll see. Like we don't know anything about. They didn't show that much. I was surprised they actually showed some like gameplay as quote unquote material because at first it just looked like a bunch of concept art, and then they showed a video, but that was it. I'm surprised there wasn't like I expected there to be a little slew of titles after that, and that was the only one that they showed.
Yeah, but I mean, I think what they're saying is that like we're going to try to make these successful. Like
Yeah.
I don't think it helps them to say like here's a bunch of people we've like thrown money at essentially,
Right.
right? So I think we'll see more. We'll see more as time goes on.
I feel like EA's conference this year was a big them trying to show themselves as a more developer friendly or charitable publisher.
Consumer friendly.
They've had some rough times over the last few years, especially when you consider the fact that they were named Forbes' worst company of 2015.
Yeah.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe it was.
It was
I think
bad.
it was in 2015, so it was, I guess, the worst company in 2014.
Right. That sounds right.
But it was ridiculous. I feel like this is them trying to come out and say, look, we can do stuff for the gamers. We can do stuff for charity. We can be the good guy again. Just give us a chance.
Yeah, I felt like that too. Like once they started talking about Battlefront 2, and they were like, you know, it's not like the sales dictated the need to do anything, even though people complained about story mode. But they're like, we're gonna do it anyway. Like the game's sold, they don't care, but they're gonna do story mode because enough people complained about it and they wanted it, so they're gonna do it. So why not?
So I feel like EA is trying to work their way back into the good graces. They're trying to make their name as a publisher not so much a bad word anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think they might be able to do it.
So far, so good. We'll see how it actually pans out as it moves along.
Just have faith in the Force.
Yeah, that's Star Wars money.
That's really where they're going right now.
They're just going to become a Star Wars company. They're going to turn everything they have into a Star Wars game.
Well, I mean, I guess you
Space
can
soccer.
kind of blame Disney for that too. Because
I don't
they
know
were the
which way
ones
it went.
that
I don't
were
feel like
"Here,
Disney-
You guys make the Star Wars games for the next 10 years.
But I don't. That doesn't seem realistic to me. I feel like EA had to put something out there to Disney to be like, we want to make all the Star Wars games. Because there's no reason Disney should just pick one company and be like, take it. They could have given it to everybody.
No, but
There are a lot of
but here's
No,
the
no.
here's the
AAA
thing.
companies
But
that they could have
here's the
given
thing.
Star Wars to.
Look at it in reverse, right? Look at it in reverse. If you spread it out, your access to control is less, right?
I was
Do you
about
think
to say,
so?
I mean, with
Disney?
Star Wars being something where they're going to
Yeah.
try to protect as much of the IP as possible, they're not going to just say, "Oh, here you go. Here's a bunch of information about where the world's going. Oh,
I'm not-
here you go. Here's a bunch of information where the world's going," and give that to a bunch of different publishers.
I'm not saying that would
Whereas
be
if
the
they keep it with
case.
one publisher, they keep it within a few different developers. It's going to be a lot easier to control the message of Star Wars.
I suppose, but I mean, if their intention is to get the best product out of it, they could have given like EA a couple of games. They could have given like Ubi a game. They could have given Naughty Dog a game. You know, maybe Naughty Dog wouldn't mind doing a licensed game for once after doing 6-7 straight.
I don't
games
think
of
Disney would give
their
Naughty Dog
IPs,
the
yeah.
opportunity to make a game
That tells a story.
if it was going to be
Yeah.
console exclusive.
Really?
Really.
I mean, technically, Galaxy of Heroes is exclusive to iOS. I mean, I don't think exclusivity is an issue in it at all.
When you're talking about the console space, when the market share is split in that kind of respect, they're not going to
I
just
wouldn't make
say,
that
"Oh,
argument,
yeah,
'cause
Naughty
Sony's
Dog,
got
go
like
ahead and
70%
make
of the
a game that
market."
only half of the audience we'd like to see it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not something I want to argue about.
Save it
If,
for
so, if,
Dirty
someone,
Nights Radio.
if someone's going to make 1313, I'd want it to be Naughty Dog instead of EA.
Yeah, that's a pipe dream.
Yes, it is, but it's a fact.
What about a BioWare Star Wars game that's actually good? Again.
When was the last time BioWare made a good game that wasn't Mass Effect? KOTOR 2?
Dragon Age?
KOTOR 1? I guess Dragon Age. I haven't played any of those. I didn't like the first one.
They made the last one?
Anyway.
Yes, they made the last
2?
one.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else we want to talk about with EA before we take a brief break and go on to Bethesda?
I don't think so.
All right. Real quick, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. You can find us all on the internet. I am at BRidiculous on Twitter. That's BRIDDICKULOUS. You can find Sam over here at DJ Fluffkins on
Or at Ben Riddick.
every kind of social media out there. And, of course, you can find my buddy Mike on Twitter at Mike V. That's MAIKV.
Live tweeting all them conferences.
Yeah. This week, guys, we're going to be streaming pretty much every night of E3, rehashing every conference that goes live. Tonight, of course, we're doing EA. In a little while, we'll be doing Bethesda. And then tomorrow, I believe it's... What is it? Is it Xbox
Tomorrow
in the
will
morning?
be... Yeah,
and
tomorrow will be
PlayStation
Microsoft...
in the evening?
Microsoft
I mean,
will
we're
be in
recording
Sony.
both in the evening, but...
Yeah, it's 3 tomorrow, and we'll do them all tomorrow night.
Yeah.
After Sony.
Combo breaker.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a long week set up just for you guys because we love you so much.
Yeah.
Guys, remember you can find all of our content at www.nkrn.org. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching live on Twitch, make sure to hit that follow button so you know when we're going live to cover your favorite E3 press conferences. Guys, it's been another nerdy night. And remember, it's dangerous to go alone. I kind of skipped around, because I can.